Hi, so today I wanted to go over 3 Caliban builds here. So for the Archon shards, all 3 of them use 2 red ability strength shards, 2 yellow casting speed shards, and 1 Tau Forged blue shield capacity shards. If you want to Tau Forge the red and the yellow shards, you can. I don't have any Stella, so I wasn't able to, but yeah, if you want to, go for it. Build still works without it. Build will still also work without any shards, really. So for the first build here, this is sort of a general use build using Nourish over 2. We have Augmented for the extra strength. We have Aegis with Redirection for survivability. Caliban has very high base shields, so even without the shards, it is what does this give? 225. But that is 740 shields even without anything. So with Redirection, you get up to 2200 or about 2300. Aegis gives you in shield damage, 3% chance for 30% shield recharge, so most of the time, especially getting your shields back from Razor Gyre, basically this is enough to keep you alive in most content. If you want to do this in higher content, all you gotta do is replace that Prime Redirection with Catalyzing Shields, and these 3 will be more than enough to keep you alive. Yeah, just augment for more strength. Basically, this is a max strength just to boost up your Ortholists, because we're using Razor Mortar, so your Ortholists, little artillery guys, are very good. So you want to spend Ortholists, then you actually want to use a Shafter on these guys in. And it kind of just blows everything up. Yeah, very easy to use build. If you want to armor strip them before, you can, but as you saw, it doesn't really make a difference. For the companion here, I'm just using my usual worm with a Vigiset on Prime laser rifle. I'm using a Daiku Prime, Kuva Nucor, and Hate. Weapons don't really matter for this. As you saw, this is mostly just an ability spam build. So, next build. Very similar, basically the same thing, except for all the differences is that we're replacing Aegis with Expertise and Nourish with Parasitic Armor. So basically, if you want to eventually Shield Gate, use this build like this. And if you want to actually do more of a tanking build, you have this here. So as you can see, with everything stacked up, we get 15,000 armor there, which makes us pretty tanky. Oh, well, once these guys start shooting at me. That's not to mention your first ability also acts as a healing. So once you get low, just press your 1, and as you can see, full health. If you do not mind sacrificing some strength, which as you saw from before, you do not need much strength, you can also replace Augmented with Blessing. So you can get your 1570 health, and that with the 15,000 armor makes you incredibly tanky. And that's not even counting, again, the healing you have from your 1. So yeah. And if we have an Ortholist out. So yeah, as you can see, very tanky. I do not know how guys got up there, but yeah, basically, like I said, this if you want a shield tank, or shield slash health tank, this if you want a shield gate. And finally here we have a little bit of a funny build here, which is basically, normally you use your 4 here to armor strip, but instead we're replacing that with Tempest Barrage. With Vile Tempest, so we are both Vile Priming and Armor Stripping due to the corrosive from this ability. For this build, you actually want to replace probably this shard with a Tau Forged Green Corrosive Stack shard. That way you can get the 13 stacks and basically fully armor strip with it. To make up the missing strength from not having Umbral Intensify, we have Kamasido. Since your little guys will always be shooting, you should always have that 60% strength from that. And then just for a status cleanse, we have Rolling Guard here. Basically, this build sort of just relies on the CC from this and your 2, and then rolling guard whenever you run into an Xmas. So now that we have our 2, this does a little CC radial thing. But as you can see, the idea with this build is you just press your 4. Oops, if I can get some energy there. Press R2, and then everything blows up. This also works nicely because if you don't know, Caliban applies Tau status effect to everything, and Tau status effect makes everything 50% more vulnerable to status damage. So basically that extra corrosive and extra viral you'll be getting from this, plus your electric you get from Razor Mortar. That basically combined with the Tau effect combined with the viral, which is another about 4.25 I believe when it's up to 10 stacks multiplier. This ends up doing a lot of damage, and you can honestly, even without both of these, still do enough to... Where are my Ortholists? Kill these guys. Yeah, instantly killed. And again, these are, like usual, level 205 Steel Path Modifier Corrupted Heavy Gunners. These are more tanky than most you'll find. If you want just a normal Orc battle group. These guys just die too. Not even me using my 1. So yeah. Oh, someone survived. But yeah, just sort of a different way to Tempest Barrage if you want to. If you are doing higher level stuff, then I do recommend using these Strength Arcanes. If not, you can replace these for any sort of quality life if you want. If you want more survivability, put Circumvent here. If you want to use like more gun stuff, you can put Acceleration here, or any of the fire rate mods. Acceleration, Velocity, or Tempo. Yeah, up to you. I just put Strength here because easy to have Strength. Yeah, just going over it one more time. If you want a shield gate and just general use build, there's this. If you want a health tank, there's this. And if you want sort of a different way to apply viral and armor strip, and you want the CC from the 2 while also having sort of the viral from Nourish and still keeping the armor strip from your 4, use this. Yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching.